Well, in battle, Daniel Ricciardo, poor guy, he's not had the best of luck this year. He's not been performing as well as he has done in the past, and as well as he needs to stay with McLaren. Obviously, as they said, as we've said before, he's terminated his contract with McLaren early. And he's likened his Mexican Grand Prix P7 to Sebastian Vettel's recent phenomenal races that have had pundits asking if he was retiring too soon. So while the German has decided to retire from the sport, his lacklustre Austrian Grand Prix said to have been the final straw. Ricciardo has found himself without a race seat. He's obviously, he's leaving McLaren. Not sure what's going to happen next season. Probably not going to come back next season, I have to say. He responded to those who suggested a year on the sidelines would not lead to a 2024 comeback with a driver of the day performance at the Mexican Grand Prix. I still know I can get the job done, he told Motorsport. It's hard when you can do it week in and week out. I mean, you can't do it week in and week out. It's a bit like Vettel, those last few races. He did phenomenal races, and then people are questioning, is it time to retire? Vettel's recent run of point scoring finishes Singapore to United States has pundits asking if he's retired too soon. I think if he wants to retire, let him retire. Some people, there are some drivers, or some sportsmen in general, who will go on too long, and you would think they should have retired a year ago, they should have retired 2 years ago. There are other sportsmen, or sportswomen, who go perhaps slightly too early, but then it's very difficult to make that balance, isn't it? Are you retiring too soon? Are you retiring too late? And I don't think I think it's very, very hard for any sports person to know the exact time that they should retire. So if Vettel has decided that he's had enough and he wants to retire and spend time with his family, as he has said, I think that's absolutely fantastic that he wants to do that, and and it's great that he's going out on a relative high. I think. He said, I think all of us can do it on our day, Ricciardo said. Obviously, it's just the consistency for whatever reason, but I still love it and I still want to get to the front. Consistency, though, has been sorely lacking for the Honey Badger, who has only 6 top 10 results in 20 races. Sitting on 35 points, he is 76 points behind his teammate Lando Norris. I guess better late than never, Ricciardo said of his performance in Mexico. I'll take it for what it is. I'll enjoy it and appreciate we did our pace and it was awesome and whatever. I hope it means that we'll be like that in the next 2 races. Not to be negative, I don't even want to look ahead. I just want to take this for what it is and hopefully we've learned something from it. Even the points finishes even probably last year, I feel we were normally defending rather than attacking. So just to have an attacking race, and especially for me with the car, to feel like I can attack a little bit more with it, is just a nice feeling. And he was asked, can he finish the McLaren in the points? He's saying, as the saying goes, one swallow does not make a summer, and the driver of the day worthy performance doesn't make a Honey Badger back in form. I would say that it's not worked for him at McLaren for whatever reason, whether he doesn't suit the car or the car doesn't suit him. It hasn't worked at McLaren, and maybe a year out will work for him. Maybe he'll have a year out and he'll come back in 2024 and you'll be rejuvenated. It's difficult to say, isn't it? And it's difficult to say whether after a year out any team will want him back. But let me know your thoughts, of course, as always. Do you think that he should be retiring? Well, not retiring. Do you think he should be leaving next year and coming back in 2024, or do you think that he really should be trying to get a race or get a driver's seat for next season if he possibly can, and that perhaps he won't even come back in 2024 if he doesn't? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments as always.